Hello folks, I want to share with you today my reaction to the culture wars that have been going on for the past, forever, but especially past couple decades. Past decade, it's been ramping up. Past few years, it's been awful. So much hate, so much division. We don't see eye to eye. Instead of learning and growing from each other, we attack each other. And we've been doing this for centuries. We've been doing this for millennia. We break off into our groups of like-minded individuals and we form these little echo chambers. And those who think like me are the good guys and those who don't are the bad guys. Wars have been fought over this. Millions have died over this. Families are broken up over this. And I'd like to do something about it. I'm bold enough to think that we can together. I want to share with you something that I wrote today on my personal social media. It's a mission statement for my life, and it's a mission statement for my social media, but it also bleeds into what we do here at Mended Light in a very big way. I'm actually going to read it, and then I want to talk with you about it afterwards, but how can we cure this division, and how can we unite as a country, as a world, as families, even when we don't see eye to eye? Assuming I keep good health, I'm roughly halfway through my life. I've been reflecting lately on how I want to spend the rest of my time, who I want to be, the mark that I want to leave. I want to unify, I want to edify, and I want to entertain. The world as a whole needs the skills found in family therapy. Perspective taking, listening to understand instead of to correct, accountability, humility, positive change, forgiveness. Again, the human family needs family therapy. I'm not so arrogant to presume that I should be the therapist, but I can share the helpful things that I learn. Hopefully, I attract and inspire others to do the same. I can light the match. I can start rolling the snowball down the hill. To that end, I will share ideas that I find helpful and beautiful. The sources will be imperfect people like you or I. Sharing their ideas doesn't mean that I endorse everything that they have stood for or said or done. It just means that they had a powerful, helpful idea. So if you take issue with the person I'm quoting because of some terrible thing they did or because you have a major disagreement with them, I will refer you back to this post, or in this case, this video. By all means, call me out on my limited thinking and on my mistakes, but please don't tell me, for example, not to share an awesome idea by George Washington because George Washington owned slaves. Slavery is abhorrent. He was wrong, but he also did a lot of good and helped get the world to where it is today. He moved the needle. I'd rather learn from our collective virtues and evils than label individuals as wholly virtuous or wholly evil, with a few notable exceptions. This is true whether they are historical or modern. Look, we're all heroes and we're all screw-ups. Most everyone both helps and hurts others during their lifetimes. I'm choosing to focus on what helps. I will share good ideas from many sources, even if I strongly disagree with them in other areas. Why? Because I believe that love is always the answer. And when we love someone, we go out of our way to find out the best of who they are. There are already so many who focus on the worst. Images I post may be of Catholics, Protestants, Latter-day Saints, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, pagans, Wiccans, and atheists. They may be of people of color, of LGBTQIA couples, of heterosexual families. I have no liberal agenda. I have no conservative agenda. I'm going to leave that sort of thing to others. My only agenda is to unify, to edify, to entertain, to help us see the good in one another, to build bridges, to agree where we can and where we can't, to disagree without being disagreeable. I said in a previous post that I would not be self-promoting on my social media, my personal social media much anymore. I take it back. My work with Mended Light, cinema therapy, the K-Jazz movie show with Divine Comedy, all align with my mission to unify, edify, and entertain. I've created things for your support and for your enjoyment. In that sense, it's not self-promotion. It's sharing the light I have inside me and encouraging others to do the same. In my posts, you may notice a skew towards Latter-day Saint thinkers. That's because it's what I'm most familiar with, but I'm branching out to learn more about secular humanism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, evangelical Christianity, Catholicism, Hinduism, and great minds of every sexuality and race, and I will share as I go. I intend to share myself with you, my heart, my values, my thoughts. If you've a mind to do so, I encourage and welcome you to do the same. I want to get to know you. How can I love you if I don't? Now, I'm going to level with you. I believe in God. I believe that I'm going to stand before Him one day to give an account of my life. I could be wrong. I'm completely comfortable with the idea that my spiritual experiences are just placebo. And if this life is all there is, my mission to spread love and understanding will hopefully make the world a better place. But if I'm right, and I'm going to have that face-to-face one day, I'm counting on some promises. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Her sins, which are many, are forgiven her, for she loved much. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Love covers a multitude of sins. If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. I've got no time for hate. I've got no hellfire and damnation in me. Finger pointing and vilifying is a waste of energy. I have no desire to mock anybody else so that I can feel that my views are superior. There's too much of that sort of thing out there anyway. Now, if you're going to be offended because I post something from a great religious mind or a great LGBTQIA mind or an atheist who's full of love, please unfollow. If you're going to be annoyed that I post my videos and articles because it's self-promoting and annoying, please unfollow. If you're going to get worked up that I post ideas from both sides of the political aisle, please unfollow. We can still be friends in real life, but my posts will annoy the hell out of you and I have no intention to change. Unify, edify, and entertain. That's the legacy that I hope to leave behind. It's a legacy inspired by a teaching of Joseph Smith, again, someone with whom you might disagree. He said, "A man filled with the love of God is not content with blessing his family alone, but ranges throughout the whole world, anxious to bless the whole human race." That's who I want to be. I won't always get it right, but there is glory and joy in the effort. Still with me? Good, because I consider this informed consent. If something that I create or we create moves or inspires you, I hope that you'll consider sharing it yourself. Let's do this. All right, so that's the social media post. That was very personal. Mended Light is by nature straight down the aisle, secular, mainstream for everybody. But the idea of unifying and edifying and entertaining, that is very much what is the driving force of Mended Light. We want you to learn, we want you to grow, we want you to heal, and we want you to have fun doing it, to the point of the culture wars and to the point of middle age. I think the culture wars would be much better served if we would listen to each other to understand instead of to correct. If we would assume I'm dealing with a person who has reason, who has fears, who has hopes, and who is going according to their moral compass, even if I radically disagree with them. If you think that about the person you're sitting across from, you'll be right 99% of the time. There are a few extremists out there where there's not a lot of light left in them, not a lot of compassion or good. Most people are acting in accordance with their conscience. Most people are doing what they think is right. And in some cases, we can build bridges where we can meet halfway, we can come over to the other side and learn, and in some cases, we will always have to agree to disagree. That's true in our communities, that's true in our world, our nation, but also in our families. Do I love you more than I love my own opinion? Do I love you more than I love the notion that I'm right? Do I love you enough to learn from you and admit when I'm wrong? Or, if it's not about right and wrong, if it's about perspective, that my perspective isn't the only valid one. This is how we heal. Now, I have an invitation for all of you. Write yourself a mission statement. It doesn't need to be big and long like this. My actual mission statement is unify, edify, and entertain. But what do you want to be known for? What mark do you want to leave on the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your ideas for healing our homes and our nations and our communities from the culture wars, from divisions on what's right and what's wrong, political, religious, sexual, racial, otherwise? What are your ideas for how we heal all that? What would you like me to react to in this Therapist Reacts playlist? Check it out right here, Therapist Reacts. You can see the whole playlist, all sorts of other stuff. Also want to invite you to check out this video. If you like what we're doing here, please share it. If you have thoughts or feedback on what I've just said, I'd love to hear it. As always, keep shining because we need your light. And if you need help creating bridges in your home and in your family, I'd like to invite you to meet with one of my team, member of my team. The links to schedule with them are down below, and they'd be happy to work with you. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm Jonathan Decker. This is Therapist React signing off.